Hey girls, Kaylee here. So people have been asking me for like wedding vlogs and stuff like that, so I thought I would just come on and talk about the whole wedding situation for a little bit. I'm gonna just ramble a little bit, but if you guys have specific questions to do with like weddings or like special requests for wedding videos, leave them in the comments because I would be really interested in doing them. I feel like now I've been planning a wedding for a couple months now, and I've actually been helping a lot of my friends plan their weddings, so I feel like I have a lot of know-how at this point. So if you guys have any questions, I might be able to answer them. Okay, so let's see. The wedding is in November, which is soon. People have been kind of like surprised by how quickly everything is going for me. There's just, I mean, it's one of those things that's really personal, and you guys, only see like 30 minutes of my relationship on YouTube, and so you just kind of have to trust me there that, it's a lot of personal decisions that went into that, but I really do believe it's the right decision for us. So anyway, November, and it's going to be a afternoon wedding because that is totally me. Like, I am very laid back, and I feel like afternoon weddings are the most laid back of all of them, so I kind of ended up going with that. And like the general theme for the wedding is kind of like rustic vintage, and my colors are like, well, my colors are kind of all over the place, but it's mostly just like purples and off-whites. I'm kind of mixing them all together. So I'm doing like desaturated blue tone plum, and then kind of like a mid-tone purple and some lavender, and then doing a lot of off-whites and champagne and gold together to kind of make it all come together. So for the ceremony, it's mostly like the bridesmaid dresses are plum, and our decorations on the pews are going to actually be lavenders, which I'm really excited for because I love lavender. And yeah, that's pretty much all the decorations that's pretty much all the color that's going to be in the ceremony. And then when we get to the reception, it's going to be a lot of off-whites and like the linens and stuff like that, and then we're going to mix in some lace and some gold and like lots of different tones of purple all throughout it. So I really wanted it to be really light. I didn't want to like overwhelm the space with plum. Plum's not really my favorite color, but I felt like because it's a fall wedding, I needed to do something kind of like rich and deeper and more, just fall-y. And I really hate well, hate's a strong word, but I really dislike like oranges and like burnt oranges and deep reds and yellows and stuff that you normally associate with fall, so I kind of thought purple might work a little better. So yeah, those are the colors, and I think it's so funny because I'm really one of those people that doesn't like to do what everybody else is doing. Like, I like to, be unique, I guess. And everybody is doing a vintage theme wedding, and everybody's color scheme is purple. At least where I live, everybody that I've talked to that's getting married, with the exception of like one, is doing purple. So I feel very painfully unoriginal, and it's kind of painful for me, but it's okay, because honestly, it came down to with me, like, ever since I started envisioning my wedding, I've always envisioned a vintage themed wedding. Before that was like the cool thing to do. So for me, I was like, well, wedding trends are going to come and go, and there's like, there's so many things that are going to come and go. But at the end of the day, this is me. This is what I've always pictured for myself, so, it's what I'm going to do. So that's, yeah, general theme, colors. I'm really excited, and I picked the purple because, I really just wanted it to be low-key and easy to match. I see so often that brides pick very specific colors, like it has to be these 3 colors, and they go around with their little paint swatches and hold it up to everything. And that just seemed like such a painful process. And again, I'm very low-key. I love kind of the idea of having a hodgepodge of lots of decorations and actually pulling in some real vintage elements from antiquing and things like that, and different things that I own, because I own a lot of antiques. Maybe not a lot, but the furniture that I do own, the majority of it is either vintage or antique. And, just like pulling together all this different stuff was kind of what I wanted to be able to do, and I couldn't do that I was being really, really picky about the color scheme. So I was just like, you know what, any purple, as long as it's not a bright purple, and as long as it's not a really pink purple, let's do it. And then with the off-whites, I was like, okay, any kind of ivory, cream, gold, champagne, just put it all together, and it will all work, because it's not supposed to be these specific colors, and I think throwing everything together it's gonna reflect a lot about I don't know, just that I'm low-key and laid back, and I think it will really amp up like the rustic element in the whole decorating scheme, because I didn't want to get too like girly with the vintagey decorations, because that happens, especially if people get really crazy with the lace. And I didn't want that, so I really wanted to keep it very, very rustic. See, as far as me, I can't talk about my dress online. That doesn't seem nice because Jason doesn't get to see it till the day of, so Yeah, but it's nope, I'm not even going to say that. It goes with my theme. That's all I'm going to say. I'm doing my own hair as of right now. I go back and forth on it like every day because I am a little bit scared of doing it myself on the big day. Just because, like, I'm so picky. Like, I'm really, really laid back about a lot of things, but I know with my hair on the day of, I am going to be like, this hot girl has to be perfect or else, and you know, just start melting down because I can't get one thing right, even though nobody else would ever see it, you know? So I'm still working through putting together a hairstyle that's going to be easy for me to do. I mean, I can throw a bump and like pull the front of my hair back in like, you know, 10 minutes and 20 minutes if I'm being extra picky. It's really what I do, because I know I want to do that. I know I want to have at least a little bit of lift here, and I know that I want to kind of swoop this stuff back, kind of that kind of ish fashion, but I don't know what I want to do right down here, and I come up with like 5,000 different things every day. And so I've thought about braids, I've thought about curls. I just know that I don't want to do the little loop-de-loop buns because those are hard to do on yourself, and number two, everybody does them. Like every bride, because I do some bridal hair, not a lot, but I do some, and every bride that I do wants those, and it's not a bad thing. I just, you know, I like being unique, I like being different, so we'll see how that ends up going, but I don't know what I'm doing yet. And as far as, I don't think I'm going to wear a veil. I've gone back and forth on that one too. Right now I'm thinking no. I think once I figure out my hair for certain, I'll know a little bit better. And I think that's it. If I don't do a veil, I'm going to do something giant in my, like, maybe not giant, but I'm definitely going to do like a sparkly pin or something interesting looking in my hair if I don't. As far as bridesmaids, I only have 3, and I just decided to do my sister's and his sister. I wanted it to be really small bridal party just because it's so much easier that way, and it was either have 3 or like 7, and so I was like, okay, well 3 sounds a lot better because it was just going to be way too stressful the other way for me, honestly, like between picking out dresses and just coordinating it and making sure everybody was where they were supposed to be on time. Like, it was just going to be too much to have to deal with more than that, especially because I already have so much other stuff that I'm like do-it-yourselfing with my wedding. So yeah, they are wearing plum, I think I mentioned that earlier, and they're all wearing different styles. I told them they're all floor length, and they all have to be chiffon, and they all have to be plum, but you can pick your dress. So I pretty much let them pick, and that way I at least feel better because I don't want to be that bride that makes somebody wear a dress that they hate. So I was just really careful to like let them pick and try to make sure that it was something that they would wear again, like hypothetically it would be usable in their lives again, because there's nothing worse than that, like buying a bridesmaid dress and not being able to wear it again. So that is what I did for them. And then groomsmen are just groomsmen. I mean, they wear suits and they're probably gonna have purple ties. My ring bearer is actually my little brother. He's 10. So I decided he was young enough to be a ring bearer, or yeah, young enough to be a ring bearer, and I actually really like it because he can actually carry the rings down the aisle. But I'm going to have my dad hold on to the rings until like the last minute and then hand them to my little brother, and then he'll walk down the aisle with them. Where's the stray hair coming from? There it is. Nope. Alright, I just need to stop picking at it, right? So yeah, I'm just excited about that. I'm excited about having my little brother be part of the ceremony in that way, because I didn't want to have a junior groomsman because I don't have to pick a junior bridesmaid, so I just decided to do a ring bearer, like have him be my ring bearer and have him actually carry the rings down the aisle. So that seemed really cool to me. Alright, so I think that's all I can really think to talk about right now. I have so much in my head with my wedding, and it's crazy because I spend hours a week planning it, and like I love it, and it's been so much fun, and because I love planning, and I'm such a dork. I love crunching numbers and calling places and asking friends to do different things and like orchestrating everything and figuring out how every little piece of this giant machine is gonna work, and it's honestly so much fun for me. So I would love to do more videos about it and tell you guys more about it. I just don't really know what to talk about, so I don't know, ask me questions, or if there's any tags going around that I'm not aware of, let me know. I don't know, but I would love to make more videos. So I think that's it for now. If I have any do-it-yourself projects that I end up doing for my wedding, I'll try to put them on here. I know I have some, I just don't know which ones they are, so I don't want to like say them and then not end up doing them. So yeah, I hope you guys thought this was interesting, my little rambling, and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I'm gonna work on getting more videos on this channel for you guys, so don't worry, I'm gonna try to be back here. It's just I've been so sick and like stressed and overwhelmed, and so hopefully all that's kind of calming down now and I can do more videos, even though I sound like a frog. Hope you guys don't mind. Okay, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah!